Let me pose this question to you. You as an adult, you as a young child, have you ever had to budget your bills because you were in so far on your bills that you weren't having any money saved at the end of the month? Like after you pay everything out, you weren't having as much money as you deemed sustainable for you to live a decent type of life. Have you ever got to the end of the month and said, damn, I only got $50 left over after I paid my rent, my light bill? Say you making $2,500, right? $1,000 come out for your rent. $500 come out for your car note. $500 come out for your utilities. The other $200 come out for gas every month. The other $200 come out for groceries every month. So at the end of the month, you only left with $50. Okay, so if you understand that logic where you only have $50 left over and all your bills add up to $2,500 or $2,450, whatever, or $100. I think I said 200 and 200. Whatever, you have $100 left over, right? Well, what Trump is doing is combing through the books. That's why it's called government efficiency, the Department of Government Efficiency. What he's doing is going through all your books. It's sort of like what a CPA would do for you. CPA, Certified Public Accountant. What they would do is go through all your wages, go through all your bills, and see how to maximize your profits that you get back every week, every month, every year. That's what the Department of Government Efficiency is essentially, right? So with this man knowing, having insider information about what's going on in the government, he knows because he was in there playing with these people. These are people that he rubbed shoulders with at these parties back in the day. So he knows who's doing what, who's getting extra money put on this because of non-profits, charities. When they go to war, this person right here is involved with the arms dealers. This person is involved in drugs. This person gets a kickback from Medicaid prices going up. The insurance company gives this person kickback. The healthcare community gives this person kickback. What this man has done is he sat back and said, you know what, man, this is wrong. This is wrong how regular, everyday working people are oblivious to what's going on with their money. And everybody's struggling except the 1% of the world, right? And he said, you know what? I have a conscience about myself. And I'm going to put together a team of people that can make America great again. Now, don't get caught up in that phrase, make America great again, because some people try to make it about a racial thing and, oh, take it back to when it was slavery. I don't think it's that. I think it's, let's take it back to when everybody in the country wasn't struggling financially. Let's find out how we can maximize these people's profits in their households. Let's get things back down to a level where everybody can be able to buy things. Let's get back to a comfortable living back when America was great. Like back when I used to go to Jackson with my grandma and we go in Mac Ray's, we go in Dillard's in the North Park Mall, we go to Metro when the Santa Claus was still in the middle of the Metro Mall in Jackson, in South Jackson. You can't even do any of those things no more because everything got so high that people couldn't afford to go and spend money in the mall anymore. People started buying online because it was just cheaper to try to find the cheapest price on goods online. Everybody was shopping for a budget online. That's not the America that was great. The America that was great was people being able to take their kids to Walt Disney World, people being able to go to the movies, people being able to go and get their oil changed, people being able to go and buy groceries. So essentially what this president is doing is he put together a team that can comb through the books and I mean, a really fine-tooth comb, and see what money has been going out that isn't backed by something substantial. Every dollar has to be accounted for in this man's eyes, man. So what's going on right now is all the kickback that people used to get, like say when everything was running semi-decent, but the people that were on like government assistance programs like welfare and stuff like this, they were living high on the hog. But your average working person, they were getting beat in the dirt every election season because it was no change. It was just more fat in the pockets of people that were in office because they were getting kickbacks from all the government programs that they were instituting for people that were on government assistance and all this type of stuff. And your average working person was struggling. So what the government now is doing is finding out who are getting those kickbacks. You're not in place anymore to be able to take control of these people's wages and control things like you were. And now I think he has a neutral type of government backing behind him. The people that he built up, his team around him, from Elon Musk all the way down, he took all the people that want to fatten their own pockets and eat off the backs of government assistance recipients and all that type of stuff. And they're coming through the bills right now. Like I said, you do when you get paid $2,500. You're going through your wages, you're going through your bills, and seeing where unnecessary money is going out. What is this right here? This job isn't even really needed. We don't need this job. Cut that job out. This thing right here isn't needed. Cut that out. It's like when you get a cable bill and you know you don't watch cable that much. All you use is your internet for your Fire Stick or your Roku TV. So why would you have the phone, the landline phone, if all you use is your cell phone? Let's cut that $35 out, and we could put $35 back into our pockets for when we go to the grocery store. Why are we paying for this car warranty when we have full coverage insurance on the car? Cut that out. That's $100. These are things that the Doge program is doing. Like the man just said on the news, I think it was Glenn Beck that I was listening to, or Hannity. It's one of them. But what this guy is doing is trying to cut back on people hiding under the skies of we're helping the American people, but really fattening their pockets and driving us deeper into debt by keeping all these jobs and all these things going that we really don't need. Now, some jobs are going to get cut out. Just like if you was paying somebody for a warranty system and you don't need that warranty system because you have full coverage insurance. That person that works at that warranty place might lose their jobs because we don't need as many people on the phone anymore because we're losing customers. Because these people realize that they can just do it off of full coverage insurance, and the rest of it that they saving with that money, they can pay for whatever they really need if something happens to their car. So that's what's going on with the Doge system and President Trump. Now, true enough, things are going to get worse before they get better, but you have to understand that this man has a plan, bruh. The plan is we're going to cut back on things, and it might hurt us for a little while. It might be uncomfortable. You feel me? Just like when you get that landline or you have to cut that internet out for so much of what you don't need. It's going to be uncomfortable because you're so used to having that landline phone. Dang, I can't call them no. I just got to call them off my cell phone. These things are going to be uncomfortable for people, man. But you have to understand, overall, the overall picture is going to put us in a better place. You know, so I understand what the president is doing, bro, because I manage my household and I manage my bills every month. I see what's going out, what we could do without, how can we cut back on this, how can we cut back on that to maximize our profits. And I think a lot of people don't understand what's going on. It's going to get worse before it gets greater, but if you let this man work his magic, we can have cheaper prices on everything with the tariffs. When you put them tariffs on them people like that, man, it's forcing them to bring them prices down, bro. You taxing us out the wazoo. So people are paying more for products and stuff that we don't have to pay. So when he's trying to clean up everything that's been done wrong just to make everybody comfortable, but driving the national debt high as I don't know what, it's going to be uncomfortable. But if you stay down, man, if you just let this man go through this process, and he's trying to do it so fast, that's why you're seeing so many rapid changes in people's lifestyles, because he has only 4 years to do this. So it's going to be hard on people for a minute, but if you let him work his magic and let him check this book out, this checkbook, and go through this checkbook with this fine-tooth comb, I really think that we're going to come out on the top end when all this stuff is over with, bro. Going to have pushback, because most people like to live above their means. They don't care about no debt. Everybody got credit cards up the wazoo. Why? Because people like to live off of credit. People can't afford the bills that they set themselves up for, so they go out and get a credit card. And that credit card is only adding to your debt. They just extend, like say, if you got $1,000 that you make a month, right? But your bills are $1,250. Well, at the end of the month, when you can't pay for the other $250 of that money, what do? Do you go get a loan? Okay, you can go get a loan, but that's the same thing as a credit card. You're going to have to pay back on it. But if you're only making $1,000 every month, where's the money going to come to be able to pay the credit card off? You know what I'm saying? So it's like people dig themselves deeper in a hole by going and getting loans and getting credit cards, when in actuality, you probably need to cut down on the way that you're living and sustain yourself off of your paycheck and your monthly wages, instead of living above your means and trying to, make it work with going to get some more money from somewhere else that you're not able to pay back every month. And that's what's going on. A lot of people are falling into these cracks and crevices because they couldn't afford their lifestyle anyway. So with the small bump of prices going up, everybody's complaining, because you get people that's not supposed to be living in certain neighborhoods, but they get it on credit. They get a loan for this house, and then they maximize their bills over what they actually make monthly or annually. So they catching hell right now. Anybody that went above they means to live a certain type of lifestyle and the facade of a life in front of people, they're the ones that's hurting right now. But the people that's living within their means, they doing good. So all these videos we see about, man, I just can't make it. Well, if you were living on a $500 type of budget, and you were making $1,500, and you still had $1,000 left over every month, then you wouldn't be complaining so much. You might take a small hit, $250, $500 every month, but you'll still have $500 left over. That's why you have to be truthful with yourself and live within your means, bro. That's why you see so many houses popping up for foreclosure, because these are people that maxed out they wages with their house and their bills and their lifestyle, trying to rock the Louis Vuitton, trying to rock the high brands, trying to ride the biggest cars, when they were living above their wage level. And President Trump is trying to give you a little relief, but it's going to cause some people to suffer, because he sees where we could do without certain jobs, we could see without certain programs, we could do without a lot of the stuff that's coming out of our national budget, yearly, annually, monthly, whatever you want to say. And that's what's going on right now, man. And you just gotta let the man work, because you could either keep on going in debt, and your national debt ceiling goes up and up, and that's why you keep on having these government shutdowns, because we have to keep on going back to the table, borrowing money from whoever we borrow money from. You put it in the comment who we borrow money from. I know. But we have to keep on going back and borrow money, which further puts us in danger of our whole country being taken over by another entity, bro. And this man is trying to, as a businessman, he's a businessman. He's not a president. So he's trying to correct the business moves that we did wrong as a country. He's not a president, so he may be a little unorthodox the way he talks and the way he does things, but it's like your daddy or your mama or your grandma. When they whip you, they say, this for your betterment of yourself. You don't know this while I'm whooping you, but you appreciate it later on. So that's why he's telling y'all, get up off y'all butt, go back to work. You know what I'm saying? And we can stop spending out so much money on people that don't really need these government assistance programs. Go to work, because you're killing our national debt. You're driving it up when you are an able-bodied person and you can go out and get a job, man. You help us out. And that's why he's getting these illegal immigrants out of our country, because these illegal immigrants come over here and work for money under the table, live off of the fruits of the labor of the people that go out and work for this stuff, don't pay taxes back into our country, but they suck everything like roots up under the ground from our economy. They come over here and they living off our streets. They fucking putting drugs in the community and don't put any money back into the system. You come over here and you take everything by being a ghost to the system financially. You just take, and you take the jobs that people that actually are legal citizens here could be working. Like when these people be working in these factories and stuff like that, that's a job that an able-bodied person that's out here on the street selling dope or getting welfare or government assistance could be going out and working and sowing more taxes into our country. See, that's why we have these bad roads and stuff like that. Because too much money is being sucked from under us and not enough money is being put back into our tax system. And you know the 1% not going to give up their cut of the pie when they doing it illegally. All right, we're going to sign a bill for $50 million. But out of that $50 million, we only going to use $40 million of it to actually go into the system. And then the other 10, we're going to split it amongst ourselves. And then we're going to keep on signing bills and keep on getting kickbacks and, you know, flushing it through little illegal non-profits and businesses and stuff that, like, you know, that you see on your regular county news when they see people embezzling money and these politicians. Oh, yeah, she signed for a cousin of hers to get a deal for $20,000 to go over here and fix this, which is a direct conflict of interest because you shouldn't be making money off of a bill or assistance that's been passed down from the state or either the government to fund things for your own family members or your own personal interests. You feel me? Like you ain't supposed to work at the school and then sign a bill for the school where you get $50,000 and then you keep $5,000 of the dollars and only put $45 into the school. That's a direct conflict of interest. That's stealing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on, man. People just have to lay back, man, and let this man work his move, bro. Because he's really trying to clean up a lot of stuff that's been going on for 100, 150, 200 years, man. Just corruptness, just corrupt. You know, you wonder why the president has an annual salary of $500,000, but he lived like a rap star. You know what I'm saying? That's all off of kickbacks. These people are doing underhanded stuff. They selling dope. They doing all type of stuff. And this man knows this. That's why he's going in there with that fine-tooth comb, him and his homeboy ELON Musk, and trying to clean this stuff up. You know, so if you don't know how to budget a checkbook and cut back on stuff, then you won't understand. You just have to be mad about it. But a person like me that wants to see the streets improve, want to see the prices go down on things, want to see a better quality of life for my child and my family, bro, you're going to understand and you're going to have to tough it out until things get a little bit better. But that's my take on Donald Trump and what's going on right now. I'm not mad at him. I actually salute him and I'm pumping my fist behind the man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money going. Let's get this money back in order. Let's cut all this crap out and let's make America great again, because I don't plan on going nowhere else. Have you ever seen what's going on in them other countries? man, it's going haywire everywhere. You feel me? I don't want to be nowhere where I can get my head with a machete. I don't want to be nowhere like that where little gangs and stuff is running stuff. Have you seen Africa? I don't want to be in Africa, bro. I like the way these streets are set up. I like the way the architecture is here. I like my buildings. I like my schools. I don't want to go to no shanty houses and live. And yeah, that's my take on it, man. All right, I'm out, man. Let me know what you think. Comment who we owe money to. Comment who loans us money if you know. If you know who we get our money from when we borrow it, comment down below in the comment section. Let's see how tight you are up on your politics. Peace.